Hi guys, Tall Paul here in Brisbane on a windy November morning, and Gus wanted to get in on the act. There you go, mate, you can help on his chair. Just quickly guys, we've had an unbelievable STS in Brisbane a couple of days ago, and there's some things that are coming out that I wanted to share with you, but also get you geared up for for what's happening over the next 90 days, because yes, you're a lovely boy, because we've got some fairly extraordinary things, and if you schedule them right, then I really think that you can take advantage of what Herbalife's put in place to springboard 2011 to be the year where things really change for you. I'll try and do it chronologically, but there's a lot of stuff, so I apologise if I chop and change a bit. The very first thing, guys, in Brisbane, the STS we've just had with the Senior Executive President's Team member Louisa Higgins, extraordinary guys. I think arguably the best guest that we have ever had out at STS. What she had to share with us, not just so much with what she's done and what she's learned, but her vision and her passion, but also news coming from overseas of something, I'm not going to tell you what, guys, I want you to see for yourself, that is literally transforming the business, and she explained to us how the concepts and how it's working and what it's done for her business. Louisa, by the way, in semi-retirement, she's only 42, earned $680,000 last year, so success leaves clues. But the reason I mention Louisa is that we've just had her in Brisbane. You guys in Melbourne have got her coming up as a special guest for your STS in December. And to be brutally honest, do whatever you've got to do to get there. Yes, I know it's going to be near Christmas, and yes, everybody's going to have parties and da-da-da-da, but this is an opportunity not to be missed. The years I've been in the business, this is only the second time I've seen Louisa, and the minute I heard she was going to be a guest, having seen her once before, I was going to do whatever it took to get there. So for you guys in Melbourne, within driving distance of Melbourne, if you know people in Melbourne, do whatever you can do to get in front of Louisa, because it's going to be a day that you're going to remember for a long, long time. So that's the SDS. And what you can do then is kick it off, as I've talked oftentimes before, springboarding from one to another. Getting some momentum going now in this last week of November is really important, because it means that you can get to the December STS, maybe not just by yourself, but with some guests, maybe with a couple of distributors, and that then is going to multiply and duplicate the momentum and the activity you've got going on at the moment, and springboard it through in the first quarter of 2011. We've got a couple of things this month that you can really capitalise, you can use to capitalise on your momentum. The very first thing is for active world team qualification, it's a 5 gets 5. Now what that means is normally in your active world team qualification in 1 month you've got to do 10,000 volume points. But this month Herbalife's saying, listen, you do 5, then we'll credit you the other 5 for your active world team qualification, so you can tick that off. The other big announcement, and this is really exciting, a lot of you guys will have heard about what happened in Hawaii a couple of weeks ago. It was absolutely extraordinary. You guys will know about the Herbalife vacation in 2011 in Bali. What Herbalife in Australia are doing this month to correspond with that active world team 5+5 is that they're allowing this 5+5 and your active world team qualification that would then come from that with the other bits and pieces to be used as an active world team bonus for your vacation points. And here's what that means. To qualify for the holiday, level 1, you've got level 1, level 2, level 3. I'll just talk about level 1 now. Level 1 is 60,000 volume points from September through to end of June 2011. But if you're an active world team member in the qualification period and you have one of your people qualify as active world team member, you get 10,000 vacation points taken off that total. So let's say that you qualify active world team and one of your people qualifies active world time any time between now and end of June, then you don't have to do 60,000, you could do 50,000 and they'll give you the 10,000 credit. If you qualify active world team and you get 2 people qualify active world team, then it's 40,000 plus 2. You see where I'm going with this. And because you don't have to do 10 this month, it's just 5 to count for your qualification. This is the month to do whatever you can do to get your 5 done. 5 absolute minimum, obviously, but to get your 5 done. And the reason I mentioned the STS first for you guys in Melbourne, or anybody who knows people in Melbourne, is that you can promote Melbourne and the special schools that Louise is going to do for supervisors and for active supervisors at the Melbourne STS. You can use that STS to promote the people to get going this month, to get started so they can get registered, so they can maybe qualify as supervisor, maybe they finish their active supervisor qualification, to get into the special training with Louisa at the STS in Melbourne next month, and that then parlays through into Adelaide. Guys, the Spectacular in January is a really, really important part of our year. For those of us here in Australia, I've started doing these spectaculars at the beginning of every year, and what it really does is it helps you set up your business for the year. They bring out a special guest. I've got a little bit of a hint about the couple that they're bringing out, and if it's who I think it is, I'm really, really excited, because these guys are just absolute legends. But it's not just the training, it's the things that you learn, because there's going to be 500 or 600 distributors from all around Australia there. And it's what you get to learn from the successful people in the business. There'll be some newly qualified millionaire team members there sharing what they did. There'll be newly qualified president's team member sharing what they did. So you get to learn from the leadership in our local market. You get to learn from one of literally the legends in the business worldwide. You get to have a really good time for a couple of days in Adelaide, and it really, really sets up a year. So you can see when I'm talking about a springboard, really getting going now in this last week or so of November to do your 5, get 5. It gives you some momentum. You can go into the December STS with some momentum, with some people, with some guests, learn what Louisa's got to say, and maybe you and a couple of your people are learning what Louisa's got to say, and that then parlays through in the Spectacular in January, and all of a sudden, here's what's going to happen. Because we know when every time a year starts, you notice how in a blink it's Easter. This time it's going to be blink gone and it's Easter, but you're going to have a Herbalife business that's growing, and a Herbalife business that's building, and a 2011 that's on track to be totally different from 2010. So guys, I hope that the excitement and the sense of urgency and the sense of anticipation that I'm feeling for what we've got coming up literally right now through the new year and beyond is coming through. I look forward to seeing you guys in Adelaide. Please, 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 please make best use of Louisa when she's down in Melbourne, and by that I mean get there, get people there, because when you hear her, you'll understand what a valuable day you've just spent. So catch you later, guys. Hawaii was just fantastic. Look forward to seeing you in Bali. See you later.